Hello everyone, welcome back to the Heal, Nourish, Grow channel. I'm CHERYL McColgan and welcome back if you've been here before. But if this is the first time, we talk about all things health and wellness on this channel, and I've just recently started doing some different types of content. I am not a beauty blogger, but you might guess by the way that I've had my hair pulled back today that I'm about to talk to you about something related to my face. So if you guessed that, you'd be correct. But what I wanted to chat about today is the Nira Precision Laser. If you didn't watch my previous video, this is a device that you use on your face to fight fine lines and wrinkles. And this day today is the 60th day in a row that I have used it. And for full results, it says about 90 days, helps your skin produce more collagen. And so it's a low level laser that does that. It gets into the surface of your skin, stimulates collagen, and that's how it's supposed to help with wrinkles. So one of the things that first made me so interested in this product is that I saw a few people do reviews here on YouTube where it helped with their hooded eyelids. And somehow over the last, I don't know, I actually went back and looked at some previous photos. I'm like, when did this actually start getting worse, right? So my hooded eyelids, they've always been a little droopy, but somehow over the last 2 or 3 years, they've just gotten a whole lot worse. And so when I saw that people had had success using this device to lift their upper eyelids, that was of great interest to me because while I'm not opposed to surgery eventually on that if I need it, I'd prefer not to if I can find some other way to combat it. So I've been using this handy little device, like I said, for 60 days in a row. So just in case you didn't watch my first video, which you may want to go back and look at it so you can see kind of what any difference might be in the last 30 days. I'm going to drop in some photos here as well as part of that video so that we can I think it's one thing to take photos when your face is not animated, but then sometimes you can tell, like I can tell, I look in the camera a lot because I record my podcast and video as well. And that's one of the times I really notice my eyes being droopy. And so if you're watching this right now, you can, if you saw them before, you might think, well, they still look droopy, and they do, but they're not as bad as they were. So the short story is I do think it's working. It's not an overnight thing where you're just magically going to have, eyelids that are more firm and less droopy and more collagen. But I'm hoping that with continued use that they will continue to improve. This side has actually done a lot better for whatever reason. So future CHERYL here, just interjecting. I just wanted to say after I recorded yesterday, I went to actually edit the photos and put them side by side. And again, when you see the photos, I'm far from perfect at this because I'm really not a beauty blogger. This is not something that I normally do. But what I wanted to point out is the one side of my face obviously has a little bit of a deeper line. And when you see the photos, I think I can really tell, of course, when you look at yourself every day, it's a little bit challenging because the changes are subtle anyway. But then when I looked at the photos, that area seems to be developing some more collagen too. So I will go ahead and insert that specific one here so that you can actually see that. But I just wanted to point that out because we were mostly talking about the eyes. And then of course I did also notice I don't have any like really serious crow's feet, but there's some like gentle things from the side. When I go, you can kind of see. And I thought those are also softening up nicely as well. So wherever I put this in the video, now we'll be on to the next of it. So goodbye for now from future CHERYL. And I think the left one was always more droopy to start with, so that's probably part of it. But I'll just quickly, in case you didn't see the other video, show you kind of how this works. So you just press and hold to turn it on. That is the charging port, and the battery level right there has amazing battery life. And then this top button is what you use to get it to fire. So this is the Precision model, and they most recently have out a Pro, which I'm really excited to be getting. It's got a lot bigger head on it, so you can cover more surface area. So where I've mainly been treating, of course, I mentioned my eyelids. It's also good for fine lines and wrinkles around your eyes. So of course I've been doing that under the eye and around. And then also on the smile lines, I have two. You can hardly ever see them, but they're starting to get those little marionette lines, I think that's what they call them, on the chin. And then also on the line on my neck. And there's one spot, let's see, right around here that I've been treating as well. And as well as some of the hyperpigmentation on my face, but that is always a challenge this time of year, because while I wear SPF 30 really heavily on my face anytime I'm outside, I am outside almost every single day, so it's very hard to combat the hyperpigmentation during the summer. But what I'm hoping again is with continued use of this, continued use of sunblock, hopefully it just over time continues to get better. So once this is on, you're going to hold this top button. That noise means it's not in contact with your skin. So if you put it onto your skin, that's the sound that's saying it got proper contact and that was a treatment. If you hear that noise, it wasn't in contact with your skin. And that can sometimes just happen if you move it too quickly or if it's not just sitting quite right on your skin. But when it's flush and you press the button, it just works. And so you go around, and I'm not going to do a whole tutorial because next time when I finish up my 90 days and do that results, I'll kind of give you more of, show you what I've been doing to treat the eyes, so that if you decide to try this yourself, if you have the same problem, you can kind of see how I do it. And like I said, there are some other people on YouTube that have also used this for hooded eyes and had great success. So I'm just gonna do what I did last time in the video and get real up close and scary with you right now, close to the camera, so that you kind of see what is happening here. But yeah, so just without much expression, just looking at the eyes. So I'm pretty lucky at this point. I don't have any seriously deep lines around my eyes, but of course we'd like to prevent that. The main thing is just these droopy lids, which hopefully you're getting a good view of right here. Like I said, super scary. And then if I get close enough, maybe you can see the hyperpigmentation. This is really scary. Who wants to do this, right? Put their face right here like this on YouTube. But anyway, it is what it is. That's what happens when you have a lifetime of questionable. Actually, I would say for the age that I am, I'm 50. I turned 50 in April, and it is 2023. And I'd say for the greater part of my 40s, I've definitely been pretty religious with skincare. When I was younger, when I was a teenager in particular, I had a lot of sun exposure without sunblock. And oh my gosh, the most giant, I wonder if I should just turn the camera around and show you this, because the most giant cricket just landed on my window. Oh, he flew away. I mean, the biggest thing I've ever seen. It was like this thing. Sorry, very distracting. But anyway, for the greater part of my 40s, I was pretty good. I got a lot of sun damage when I was younger. A lot of baby oil tanning was popular in the 80s. And so I do have sun damage. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And then I was a golfer for many years, played college golf. And so wearing sunglasses kind of bounced off the sunglasses down onto my cheeks and lower face. And so I got a lot of sun damage, hyperpigmentation there. And yeah, but I would say definitely through my 20s, through my 30s, did skincare, but wasn't super, super consistent. That is one thing. If you happen to be watching this and you're, any age any age period, but any age under my age, and you're not doing good skincare, I would say that's one of the best things you can do for yourself, is to really get on a strict regimen. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or expensive, but a good moisturizer, some good sunblock for your face, preferably no chemicals, because that is definitely not good for you. All mineral sunscreen. I use all beauty counter products now, just because it makes it so easy to get clean beauty, and no toxins, no phthalates, no parabens, things that mess with your hormones. I'll do more content on that in the future, but basically just not good for you. So that is why I use mineral only sunblock. And if you want any more information about that, definitely get in touch. There's going to be some links in the comments below of the kind of products I use. But yeah, just definitely use a sunblock, use some good moisturizer, put on a nice night cream, and protect your face from sun during the day. That'll be doing yourself a big favor. No matter what age you are, it's never too late to start. So I wish I would have done all of that much earlier in my life, but I would say, thankfully, I have pretty good genes, and I have done some good skincare, so my skin's not in too bad a shape. But you can definitely see that I've gotten a little bit better results so far on one eye. But like I said, I think one of them was more definitely just droopy to start with. Again, you can look at the photos. So I'm going to I did some 30-day photos, so I'll put those in here, and then I'll also put from the day I started to now, day 60. And then, like I said, I'm going to be following up again at 90 days. So hopefully that gave you some insight into what this is supposed to do and how it's been working for me so far. I do think the difference that I've seen so far is subtle, but it's definitely noticeable to me. I don't know that it would be noticeable to anybody else, but the fact that, like I said, this eye's still a little droopy, but the fact that when I am talking sometimes here and can see my entire lid, like I don't even know when the last time I saw my entire eyelid, like just here, right here, smiling like that, and I can see my lid, like I haven't had that for a really long time now. So I'm excited to see what happens after 90 days. And I've pretty much already decided that I'm just going to keep using it every day for at least 6 months. It's very gentle. Obviously, anything that's FDA approved for consumer use is not going to be the kind of strength that you would have in a doctor's office. And they actually say that you can use it twice a day. But I've only been using it once a day because I was reading something, and not that they don't know what they're talking about, because obviously they know much better than I do. But a few of the things I've read in the past about collagen and the remodeling and stimulating it is something that made me think that maybe just once a day is probably best. And then also it's more reasonable because it doesn't take a huge amount of time to do this. But it probably, takes me, with all the areas I'm treating, it maybe takes me 5 minutes a day, which doesn't sound like a lot, but definitely, when you've got things to do, you're trying to get out of the door. I mean, if I were doing it twice a day, I don't know if I would have been nearly as consistent as I have been at this point. So anyway, nice chatting with you again. Like I said, I'm going to try to do more content here on YouTube. So if you enjoy this, it's amazing to me, actually, the things that are popular on YouTube. It's much different than other social channels. Like what I eat in a day or what I do in a day. And people actually watch this, like 1 million subscribers watch some of that stuff sometimes. So if there's any kind of particular content that you would be interested in, definitely leave it in the comments below. Like I said, I'm about all things health and wellness in my background. My degree is in psychology. I had some graduate training in psychology. My minor was in addiction studies. And then all these years, yoga practitioner for like over 25 years, very experienced registered yoga instructor, practice meditation, eat keto for many, many years. So lots of health related content that I could share with you if I know better kind of what people are looking for on here. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Hit the subscribe button, and actually how you can help me out. I mean, I've been on here for years, but like I said, I've never been focused on it. But if you like my content and for whatever reason you're entertained by this, maybe share it with a friend or somebody that you feel that could use a little more health and wellness in their life. And yeah, because definitely the more people that know about it or the more people that enjoy it, then it allows me to create more content for this space. So talk to you soon.